Hello. I was gonna put, it has been the longest, driest winter, and my cuticles are so dry. I meant to put oil on them earlier, but I'm doing it now. So hopefully you guys don't have to stare at my dry fingers. Anyways, how was the weekend? How did stitching go? I am ready. Let's stitch some more. Okay. I'm just bringing up the pattern real quick so I can have numbers in front of me. Okay, let's do the little twinner. We're gonna do this guy over here. Our little twinner to our one from Friday. So we've got purple and yellow and the lighter green. That's where all my scissors go. I keep putting my scissors in my bag and then I can't find them. So I have to pull out another pair, which is fine because I have a bunch, but. All right. Let's do it. Are we ready? Thanks. She says she loves my friend's bag. I always use my friend's bag when I'm doing stitch-alongs because I'm stitching with my friends. I love these. I have, oh my gosh, don't get me started. I have so many of them. Okay. Somebody should come clean my desk as well. All right. Should we get started? Let me put this in my hoop stand and then I will flip you around. Oh my gosh. I used my hoop stand. Yes, I love that. It's the best. But I have like 4 or 5 flower bags. I have another friend's bag. I have a couple Gilmore Girls bags. I use all of them. Honestly, I could buy like 2 or 3 more and I'd probably use them. I have a lot of projects. Or like my kids have them. I love that bag too, so cute. It's a good one. So Sarah, Excursions and Ears on Instagram. She does Disney. She's like a Disney planner. I don't think she's quite a travel agent, maybe that's what her title is. But anyways, she does like Mickey Mouse hats with like Mickey Mouse ears. They're so cute. And then she does like these bags. Anyways, I could go on, seriously. Okay, let's do some stitching. Yeah, Gilmore Girls. Oh, hold on, let me turn you around here. Whoop. Okay. All right, we're gonna do this one over here. So it's gonna be super similar, but we're gonna do just a few things differently. That one was a little bit funny. Okay, let me turn on this light. Ooh, that is very bright. Okay. Over here. So I've got my dark purple. I'm going to be using the 550. If you have the pastels, 3835 is your number. But we are going to start with the edge, or start with the petals, and then we're going to do something fun for the center. All right. Now, we did this pink one, all 6 strands. So if you want to do all 6 strands again, go for it. If you want to try a different amount of strands, go for it. I'm gonna do all 6 again because I like 6. But please feel free to do something different if you want. The cat is about to start begging to go outside. I can see it. I don't know why she wants to go out there. It started snowing again. We are in the never-ending winter here in Utah. Okay. So I'm going to do it the same as I was doing before, except this time we're going to just stitch to the center. Smokey. Oh my gosh, you guys, she's going to start crying. I got to go let her out. Hold on. Want to go out? Yeah. Okay, sorry. She would just sit there and cry. I know it. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing I did last time and do all of the edges. I'm not going to zoom it in as much on this one just so it's not like in your face. But let me know if you want me to zoom it in more. I definitely can. I just didn't. So this is going to be a little bit closer to a satin stitch. Satin stitch should be like, they don't normally use like all the same holes like we were doing or like in between each other, but this one will be a little bit easier because we're not trying to get all those stitches into the center like we were doing before. We're going to leave that center open for a cute yellow I was so exhausted by the time Friday came around, but I kept thinking, oh, I should just do like a funny live over the weekend and just stitch up a second hoop, just because I am loving this so much. But then I thought that might be crazy. All right, a couple more. When I do my petals, I make sure like the 2 edges use the same hole just because then our petals are like well connected. But if you don't want to do that, that's okay. I just like when they're like close and connected. All right, so there's all the way around. And then we're just gonna fill it in like we did before, but it should be slightly easier because we're gonna just, every stitch kind of is gonna have their place because we're not all going all the way to the center and trying to fill that space. So it should be a little bit easier. This one seems a little bit wider. I might need some extra stitches. We will see once I get in there. Hello, Whitney. That's my sister-in-law, and this is her favorite color. Good day to show up when we're doing purple flowers. See, like I kind of need another stitch or two in there. So I'm just gonna go back in there and scoot in there and stitch some more. I feel so special when you say hi to me. I don't always say hi to everyone, but when you said hi and I saw that I was stitching purple, I was like, oh. Gotta recognize. All right. I kind of planned ahead there and thought I would need another stitch in there, but I might not. It's looking good. Should we zoom in a little bit? I am far away, aren't I? I don't have anything to talk about today. I was trying to think of what I could talk about, and what's on my mind is the dang snow, but I feel like I talk about the weather every time. I don't want to do that. We have spring break next week. Trying to decide if we should do anything with the kids. We don't have any, I mean, we're not like gonna leave the state or anything, but I was thinking they love staying at hotels. I think it's like the greatest adventure ever. Even if we stay in town, they just think that it's like so cool to stay at a hotel. So we might do that. Let's see. We got less than an inch of snow for the entire winter here in Maryland. MD is Maryland, right? Up north definitely got more snow than down south, than down where I am. Yeah, we have not had this much snow in years. Our snowpack is the highest it's been since like 1983. The snow has been insane. I sort of loved it because it's been so dry, but the last few years. Somebody else with spring break. Who's that? Diane has spring break next week too. The chicks and the ducks. Okay, so we decided that we are going to be little tiny homesteaders. So we got 12 chicks and 2 ducks, and they are fabulous. They are adorable and they are getting so big, and my daughter has named all of them. She can tell you exactly who they are. She's like a little chicken whisperer. Loves them. So they have been fun. Let me see if I missed something else that you guys were saying. Simone, I don't know where you live. I assume south of me because you said that we have more up north. But my sister-in-law is in eastern Utah and they have had buckets of snow as well. Like we got like another like 5 or 6 inches last night. Like I've had to like stop talking about it because I'm like, we got more snow. We got more snow. We got, like, I just keep repeating myself. Like, we just got more snow. American fork. Oh, yeah. Chicks will be ready for eggs, but will they be the ducks before? So the chicks will be for eggs. The ducks are going to be for eating bugs. So we want to do a garden this year as well, like a fairly large garden, and we want the ducks to help keep the bug population low. So we're gonna like build them a little pond. Should be fun. Okay, how I came up with this design. So I will talk about that, but give me a minute. Let me talk about the pattern. We're gonna move on. So I'm just finishing the edge like I did the pink one, and I just did a straight stitch across it. I just used the same holes that I was using before just to kind of finish the edge, which you don't have to do if you don't want to. If you kind of like that more raw edged look, you can just keep them that way. But there's that. Let me tie this off, and then we will get out our yellow. Okay. So yellow, I still have like this scrap piece. So from when I did these little yellow ones over here. So I'm just going to keep using this, which is, how many strands is this? 3 strands. And now we're going to satin stitch the center. So one thing to think about is what way you want your satin stitch to go. Do you want it to be horizontal? Do you want it to be vertical? Do you want it to be diagonal? I generally, especially with an oval, I like to do mine across the oval. So that's how mine is going to be. But you can pick, if you don't want it that way, you can do it whatever way you want. So let's do that. So this design, I had been wanting to do something floral, and I was just struggling with like doing a bouquet or a wreath, or I just like could not come up with anything. I just was feeling super stuck. So then I remembered that International Women's Day is in March, and we were doing a stitch along in March, and I thought, perfect, let's do a girl with flowers. So I always look on Pinterest and kind of just get an idea, like, do I want to do a full person? Do I want to do like just hands? Do I want to do, I was trying to decide like what kind of direction I wanted to go. And then I saw like, so the inspiration piece had this face, but like different flowers. And so I bought an SVG file for the face because I don't draw faces. So the file and like the shape of the flowers were from an SVG file that I bought. And then I just like redrew the flowers and stuff like that. So, okay, so when I'm doing a center, I like to use as many of the same holes as possible. So like these ones over here, I'm using the same holes as I did for my purple ones. Just helps keep it so that we don't have any gaps. But if you do, don't worry. We're gonna do another stitch around the edge. So anyways, I like to use the same holes if possible, just because I feel like it helps it look a little bit smoother and kept together a little bit. Okay, so once our center is full, I am going to teach you how to do a stem stitch. So we ended here. So what I'm gonna do is just come over here just so I'm not like right next to it. And we will do a stem stitch around the edge just to like pop it up a little bit, finish it a little bit. Okay, so what we're gonna do for a stem stitch is we're gonna keep our loop out to the outer edge of our circle, okay? We don't want it to loop this way, we want it to loop on the outside. So when we go down, we're gonna keep our loop open. Whoops, mine is a little bit twisted. Hold on. Okay, so we're gonna keep this loop open. We're gonna come up in the center of that stitch, right here. This is a very small stitch. I should have made it a little bit bigger. So I went up here, down here, up in the middle. And then we're gonna pull this backwards to where we came up when we pull it tight. Let me zoom out just a little bit. My thing is so shaky today. Okay, so we're gonna go down and then we're gonna come up in the middle of where we went up and where we went down. And then I feel like it lays more smoothly if I pull this way, which seems silly. I don't know why, but I always feel like if I pull it backwards towards where I came up, it pulls it smoother. I keep pulling my purple tail through. Do you see that little bit? And then we're just gonna do that all the way around. So keep the loop open. The loop should be on the outer edge of the circle. And then pull that snug. And we're just gonna repeat all the way around this center. I will fix this in a minute. It is bugging me, but I don't want to just have to fix it multiple times. So now it doesn't have to be like exactly in the middle. It's fine if it's like not quite centered. I'm trying not to come up in the purple. I'm trying to come up as close to the middle as possible. Like close, like between the yellow and the purple, so that it's like on the outer edge. When will the next stitch along be? Oh my goodness. I don't know. I want to say May, but May is so busy at our house. Like I try to do every other month, but it might be June. We have all of our boys' birthdays and Mother's Day, and my stepson is graduating, and all the end of school year stuff. Does anyone else feel like May is just like busier than Christmas? If you don't have May birthdays, you might not feel that way. Always with the loop on the outer edge of the circle. So you could use a stem stitch even if you're doing a straight line. Just make sure that your loop stays on the same side of the line all the way up. Otherwise it will, like, it twists on into itself. So you want to make sure that the loop is always on the same side. See, I'm pulling more of that purple tail in. Gosh, I keep bumping this camera. Okay, and then when we end it, this is where we started. So I'm gonna come up, pull that, and then I'm just gonna go down just on the other side of it like we did like our detached chain stitches, and just like tack it down. And then I can fix that dang purple that's pulling through right here. Fix it? Almost. That's the problem with these tails. Pull them through the front of your flower. Now, you could go back in and do, whoops, I gotta tighten that. You could go back in and do like some yellow lines like we did with our pink one if you wanted. So it looks almost like, I'm like imagining like a violet almost. If you wanted, oh, we gotta do some little leaves too. So let me tie this off. You could add like some little lines in there or not. I'm not gonna. But you could. So I've got my light green. Let's see. Let's see, on this side we did 3 strands. I'm gonna use all 6 strands, and I'm gonna do some little straight stitches instead of detached chain stitches. So I'm just gonna come up down here. So you could still do a detached chain stitch if you want, but I'm just gonna do some little, oh, darn it. I went through my knot. There. Instead of doing a little leaf, I'm just gonna do some little green twigs. This is the lighter green, so I'm using 703. The pastels would be 3348. I'm gonna do a third one on this one because it's a little bit wider. There. So there she is, ready for more flowers. Okay, so that's it for me today. Plan on this girl tomorrow, this big one. We're gonna do some more satin stitching, but it will be fine. Okay, so get ready for that. And let me know if you have questions. I can't wait to see your flowers. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.